Welcome to the Linking Slinkies podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought were pretty fun in high school and needed an excuse to catch up now that our old dads have busy schedules.
We catch up every week to discuss the good old days as well as what's going on nowadays in our lives. So if you're into disrespecting your surroundings, then this is the podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday, 8 a.m. And remember, never try to fix your mate's Slinky.
I think I need to reword that intro. That throws me off every time. Nowadays,
that's because it's different every time.
No, I like adding that little bit, but we catch up every week to discuss the good old days. Yeah. Anyway, We'll get there. We'll get there, mate. Welcome back to the Linking Slinkies podcast, hosted by Howie and Al. Episode 19. It's going to be a good one, mate. Been looking forward to this all week.
All week? Okay. I'm pretty keen. I'm looking forward to the next couple that we've got up. There's a bit of homework, which I don't know I'm ready for.
Yeah, so if you're listening, please subscribe because there's some great episodes coming up. Not to say this one's not going to be good.
Just listen to this because it's shit, but it builds up for the rest of them.
In one of the episode descriptions, I wrote, "Don't worry, this is like a good one." Like the rest of shit.
You don't want to miss this one.
Yeah. Also remember to follow our Instagram page because we've got some killer memes coming out.
Yeah.
Which really helps the podcast grow.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Definitely.
But anyway.
Great.
It'll
be great.
Will be great. Anyway, enough of the social media bullshit. How's your week, mate?
Mate, week on fire. It's just one of those weeks where you just don't know where everything's gone. You know, just time just keeps disappearing. Watched a good movie last night that I haven't seen this for a long time. And I just haven't laughed that much in so long. It was Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just so stupid.
So
it's
it holds
brilliant.
up?
Yeah, it holds up, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like it's, sometimes you watch a movie from your childhood and it's just not as good.
Yeah.
This time is just better.
Really? Better?
Yeah, better, yeah.
I love
Dumb
and Dumber.
Yeah, just remembering all those scenes and iconic moments of your childhood whilst watching that movie. And then, God, just took me back. But this time you actually get the jokes.
Yeah. I miss quoting things. I used to quote so many movies and shows at school. That was the coolest thing, was just saying a random quote. The same quote 14 times a day was still funny. Hilarious. I loved it. I miss it, mate. So what's your favorite Dumb and Dumber quote?
Favorite Dumb and Dumber quote? I think it's, do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Yeah.
And then just, not going to do it into the mic because that'd kill everyone. But that's probably my favorite scene, I reckon.
Yeah. I wonder I think too with Jim Carrey, he improvised a lot as well. Such a good movie. I'll have to rewatch it. I'm worried, I think we've mentioned it before, about rewatching a lot of my favorite childhood movies.
Yeah.
They won't hold up. Like, I want them time capsuled in my mind. That's why I've never rewatched Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, because I love those movies so much that I'm worried that now watching it, I'll be like, oh. But I don't know. They might hold up. I don't know. And I think you've got to be in the mood for them as well, or at least for me. Yeah. You can't be in a pretty shitty mood or whatever. You've got to be up for a laugh.
Yeah.
I think.
I still love them. Yeah, still good movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll rewatch Dumb and Dumber.
Rewatch Dumb and Dumber. I think I'm going to watch Dumb and Dumberer next.
Oh, yeah. Was that the prequel?
No, this is a sequel. Yeah, they did make a prequel.
Yeah.
It was like a Hallmark kind of movie. Like it wasn't big budget kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it was like Clive and Lloyd and Clyde. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Where they're at school and how they met. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I didn't mind that. See, once again, I didn't mind that back in the day. But I don't know if I'd rewatch that. Did you? So you never seen the new remake of Dumb and Dumber that came out? Didn't it come out a couple of years ago?
Oh yeah, I've seen Dumb and Dumberer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just want to watch. I just want to watch it again. Yeah.
Was it good?
It'd never be like the first one, but it was pretty good. Like the jokes and everything were good, but it just wasn't. The first one I think was so iconic. I think.
Yeah. You can't really remake movies like that, and but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, got to get money somehow, right?
That's What have you been doing?
I've had a full-on week, mate, too, as well. Like you said, time just goes away. When you're a kid and it's like, oh, we've got to wait until 2:00. I'm like, that's like 6 hours away. That's half my life. And now I'm like, and it's 8:00 in the morning. I'm like, we got to get there by 2. We need to leave now. It's like by the time you pack up stuff for the kids and get ready and get in the car, I'm like, it's 1:30. We've got to go. It just goes boom, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's just part of getting old. I think it's also because when you're a kid, a day in your whole life is a big proportion of your life. But when you're an old motherfuckers like us, it's just drags on and just goes on. I don't know. It goes so quick, especially with kids. You just got to plan so much shit, and then boom, it's gone. Like we went away on the weekend to a place called Bell, Queensland. Ever heard of that?
No, but you can tell me all about it.
It's just a shitty little place in the middle of nowhere, kind of like Tamworth.
Can we just pause for a sec? I just want to make sure my mic's working.
Yep, I can hear.
You can hear me? Audacity, just the lines aren't going all the way up. They're only like little tiny lines.
That's all right. As long as it's there, I can put it loud and shit.
Okay. All right, cool. I just hope it's still there. That's all. It's picking up something, which is good.
You got the right microphone selected?
Yeah, Yeti. Yeah, it's all selected. Yeah.
That should be right.
Okay. It's picking something up, just not everything.
Yeah, so we went away. So we went away to Bell, Queensland, and we had a good weekend away, but once again, man, it goes so quick. You just spend all this time looking forward to it. Drive there. It was a 3-hour drive. Get there, unwind and everything, and then, all right, time to leave. It's like, fuck. But what I realized, I think I hate drinking. I think I hate alcohol now. I just, we drank, so it's the first time I drank 2 nights in a row for a long time. Probably this year, maybe. I think, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, the second night I was like, I don't even want to drink, but I don't want to be sober. I just hate being, I'm in this conundrum,
yeah,
of just like not wanting to be sober, not wanting to drink.
I think it's called heroin, but
okay. Can you give me some?
I know a guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not really.
But I think so too. When you got so many kids and just the thought of waking up hungover. Have you woke up hungover with your daughter yet?
Yeah. It's disgusting. Yeah.
It's the worst. And like a screaming baby when you got a headache.
Yeah. And it's still later that day. She's still screaming, and you're still hungover. You just haven't had that chance to rest yet.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
So I'm sober, mate.
Going sober. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
See how long.
Just for 1 week.
1 week. Can I last the whole week? No, I only drink on Saturdays now. I haven't. That's like I said. That's the first time I drank 2 nights in a row for a long time, and my body just wasn't having it. But anyway, it's a nice little weekend away. But now we're just gonna wait for Christmas, which will be further away. Anyway, we'll see.
Look like the kids had a heap of fun.
Yeah, it's good, mate. It was good, mate.
Yeah.
But I realized how addicted to my phone I am. I talk about this all the time, but I can't stop thinking about how addicted to my phone is. But I constantly need this input going into my brain. Like I'm just constantly scrolling, boom, 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 boom. I need to watch a YouTube video, send a meme. Like I'm constantly just boom, 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 boom. And then I just put the phone down and I'm like, and then pick it up 2 seconds later.
That's already 2 p.m.
Yeah, already 2 p.m. I don't know. Are you? I swear we talk about this all the time, but you're addicted to your phone, right? I'm not the only one that can be addicted to their phone.
I think, I'm always holding it, but it's just work. Like it's just emails, messages constantly all the time. Yeah. Everyone's like, you've always got your phone in your hand, but you don't reply to me for like 24 hours. I'm like, there's just so many messages.
Yeah.
And it's just, sometimes I just don't have the headspace to reply to some of them. It's like, hey, I've seen this, but I don't know what the answer is to it yet. I just need to sit on it for a bit.
Mr. Popular. No one ever sends me messages, mate. No one's sending me memes all day. I'm saving up memes all day to send you.
I send reels and TikToks to you all the time.
One a day.
I get into TikTok and there's like 10 from you, and I just send you 1 or 2.
If that. I wish people would send me more shit. I love sending people every video I'm watching. Oh, I'm like, oh, Howie would love that. Next one, oh, Harry will love that. Oh, Tim will love that. And I've got to send it to him. No one's ever sending me memes, TikToks.
It's because we're too busy watching the ones you send us.
Yeah.
So then you've already seen it, so we can't send it to you.
Yeah, I know, mate. Hey, do you know who Travis Scott is?
The rapper?
Yeah. Have you heard his music? Do you like his music?
No, not well enough for me to want to listen to it, I guess.
Yeah,
So no.
I had no idea who he was. I feel like an old man. But did you see what happened at his concert?
Is that where they got trampled or something at the front, or squashed?
This motherfucker, I don't know who just Travis Scott, this young whippersnapper is, but 8 people died at his concert, right? There's people getting squished in his concert. They're literally dying, and he's standing there. He's looking at them down, and he's singing his dumbass, stupid song, auto-tune crap, and he's just watching these people die and doesn't stop the concert, doesn't help them. Just, it's like insane, because I'm such a big music fan, and now people are posting, oh, watch Green Day stop a concert, watch Slipknot stop a concert and held their fan, Adele stops concert to help, and you watch all these videos. Every musician ever is like, whoa, stop the song, someone's hurt, they're passed out, and they get them out and they help them, and they're like, is everyone okay? And this guy is auto-tune singing some bullshit, watching people get squished to death, just singing, and just watching them too. If you see the videos of him, it's fucked. So fuck you, Travis Scott, you dumb cunt, piece of shit. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. But if you Google him, he's really popular. He's probably going to get more popular now. He's like, oh, killed 8 people. What a cool rapper.
Make a song about it.
Yeah. Dead bodies everywhere. Oh, that was a Corn song.
He's really upset, hasn't he?
Oh, because I love live music. I really miss live music. I haven't seen live music in a long time. And just going to a concert. I've been to a lot of metal shows. A lot of mosh pits got, smashed up in a mosh pit, but it's always felt relatively safe, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of bigger shows where they're just jammed in, and it's pretty scary, because when you're right up the front of those big shows, if there's a fire, you have 10,000 people behind you that need to get out the door before you. That's how people die. They legit get trampled to death. But I think, I'm not blaming this dickhead saying he killed them, because obviously they were overcrowded and they weren't fenced in properly and whatever. But to just stand there and keep singing a song while everyone's yelling like, stop the show, help, we need a paramedic, and he's like, blah, 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 whatever, auto-tune. Yeah, fuck that guy, fuck that dude. Anyway, I'll send you some videos of him on TikTok, mate, if you want to open them.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, if I want to. I would love to watch them. I just haven't seen the news. Like I tried to watch the news this morning, because the news doesn't start till 5:30, and I'm like most times leaving the house. Yeah. So like, I try and watch, and then at nighttime I don't watch the news. So the only news I get is really, like people sending me stuff.
Yeah.
Of, hey, did you see this? I'm like, oh, like I didn't. That girl Cleo, was it that was missing? I know about that for 3 days after.
Yeah, it was really sad. But they found her. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. People were just like, oh, how good is it they found Cleo? I'm like, who's Cleo?
Yeah.
And like people would tell, like one client after the next was just coming in. Oh, it's such good news. I'm like by the end of it, I was just like, yeah, it's great news. I'm like, went home and looked up. I'm like, oh, who is Cleo? I thought there was like a dog missing or something.
But that's really good that you avoid all that bullshit. I'm not saying that news is just bullshit. Because if you I normally just go to news.com.au. I haven't been there for a long time, but half of it is just clickbait bullshit, and the other
Yeah.
half is just the worst news in the world.
Yeah.
Young girl stolen from tent, missing.
Yeah.
You just feel bad just looking at it. I realized that as a kid. I'm like, fuck the news. Fuck the news. Fuck Travis Scott.
Fuck Travis Scott.
Fuck that guy that took Cleo, you fucking dickhead. Fuck them all.
You've had some feelings.
Really grinds my gears, mate. But no, thank God they found it. But fuck news too. It's weird. I sort of only get pop culture news mainly through Reddit and TikTok. Yeah. And it's sort of weird, the news stories you miss, because it'll be like, it took me forever to realize we had a new prime minister. Everyone was talking about this ScoMo guy. I'm like, yeah. Everyone's like, oh, fuck this ScoMo guy. I'm like, yeah, fuck that ScoMo. Who is ScoMo? I don't follow that shit. It's the same with COVID stuff. Like, people are so burnt out on seeing that stuff. You're constantly bombarded with COVID news, this case number, this vaccine numbers, blah, 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 blah. You just get burnt out. You can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it. Constantly checking the numbers and shit. Just, Come out into the lovely nature.
That's it. Go for a hike. Nothing better. There was nothing better than a hike without your phone. Like, maybe for some photos, but like no reception.
Yeah.
So like taking some photos and stuff, but like that's what I recommend. That's the secret to life. Hike without reception.
Yeah, camping without reception too. I was hoping this place we went to didn't have reception, full bars and super fast Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And it was like in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, wait.
I know. I was getting your dick pics in 4K, so
couldn't miss out on that, mate. That was good. But did you see on Instagram that it was going around on everyone's story how you post a picture and they'll plant a tree? Did you see that bullshit?
No.
So anyway, I just started going through random people's stories. Well, random, just friends of friends of their stories, and they all popped up with, it just said, add one photo and we'll plant one tree. I was like, that's weird. Is that person doing that? And I was like, it couldn't be, because it said like 600,000 photos. I was like, that's weird. Yeah. And then check later in the day, somebody was reposting at random. And I Googled it. No one knows who started that. Or at least when I was Googling it, no one knew who started that. It wasn't like the World Health Plant Tree Foundation, my favorite foundation. It was just, I don't know. It could have been to, I don't know. Steal your data, mate. Steal your photos of your dog.
There's this guy named Rodney, and he's just sitting in his mum's basement in like a white Bonds dirty singlet. Just has all these photos of all these people and has not planted one tree.
Are you going to hold him accountable? So as soon as I seen this, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So I put on the Linking Slinkies Instagram page. Follow us today at Linking Slinkies. Send us 1 foot picture and we'll do one podcast. Didn't get any feet picture, but I thought that was pretty
good. I did see that. I did see that being used though by a few people. I'm like, and then I think I clicked on one and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to do a photo. And then I just got out of it. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm sure by the time this podcast comes out, they'll figure out who started it. But there's no way someone's planting over 1 million trees from that bullshit. Right?
No, well, maybe he'll hold his word to it. I remember this Facebook memory. I think we spoke about this Facebook memory I had where it was like, I'll do one shot for every like or something. Yeah. I think maybe he started out like that. Like he just wanted to plant some trees. Maybe he had like 10 in the ute that he, he's just like, oh, maybe I'll get like, 10 photos and I get to post about it. And then, 1 million photos later, he's like, oh no.
When I seen it last, it was over 1 million.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trees, mate.
It's a lot of trees.
Unless Instagram, the company, Meta, whatever, who owns it now, will be planting it, but we'll find out. Anyway.
So speaking of Meta from the other week, they've got a new ad, and the new ad doesn't seem as bad.
Yeah.
But it's like, playing basketball with your friend in another country, and you're like, they're playing shooting hoops, and your friend's there shooting hoops with you. I'm like, It's a better ad, but I don't understand how this works. Just tell me how this works.
It's all VR, right? Have you ever used VR?
Once, just like quickly put it on at like an expo thing. But I don't know if I'd be sitting at the basketball courts with goggles on trying to play basketball with you.
Yeah.
Like, what if someone comes up and trips me? Or what if I'm not even like, I need to look at the hoop as well.
I think you do it at home, don't you? Or do you do it at your local basketball court?
I don't know. This is the thing. There's so many questions I don't understand. Yeah, that didn't work.
I got one of those little, it was just cardboard with two magnifying sort of lenses on it that you put your phone in to experience VR. It's like home brand VR. It made me a bit sick. Watched some VR porn. I was like, oh, that's cool. Done.
That's enough for me.
Enough VR porn for a lifetime.
Yeah, he just didn't want them there anymore. It's easy to make them leave.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about VR yet. I would like to try the whole setup and stuff. It's funny when I've only seen it on like YouTube fail videos where they're using VR and they like push them over. And that's really funny because it's like you're in this VR world and then they push them over or they like smash a TV or something.
Yeah, I'd have to be in a locked room that I know no one could come into.
Yeah, I
just wouldn't trust anyone.
Yeah, just to fuck with you, just slightly like, what the fuck is that?
Definitely. Yeah, cool. So what's this YouTube removing dislike button?
Yeah, so apparently YouTube is removing the dislike button will still be there, but they're not going to show the dislike count. And I think this is to stop people storming on raiding videos and disliking them. I think it's all bullshit. Like, there's been a few videos that deserved a lot of dislikes that they're trying to control and stop people disliking videos. So if you don't see the number, you're going to do it. Remember a little while ago how Instagram took away the likes? You couldn't see how many. How did you feel about that? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I didn't really. I think for like a day it made an impact, and then after that it just didn't bother me anymore. Like, I'm not really looking at how many likes other people get anyway.
Yeah.
I never really went through and be like, oh, how do they get 60 likes and I have 6? Like, I don't know. It's just never something I ever experienced.
Yeah, but they turned it back on, so who knows? Who knows? But anyway, go and like this video if you're watching.
Do we have any dislikes yet?
No. Oh, please don't jinx it. No dislikes on
edit it out.
Yet. Edit it out.
Edit it out.
No, we get some good YouTube comments, but I was just thinking we actually got a good email on our best and worst instruments episode, the one-man band episode, from loyal listener, Bit Shitten, return fan.
He knows a thing or two about instruments too.
He's a fantastic guitarist. Used to watch him at the PCYC back in the day, Crouching 80s hidden acronym. Anyway, he writes, G'day mutts. Good start. Bit shitting here. Here are the worst and best instruments as requested. The worst instrument by far is the harpsichord. It's a garbage instrument for garbage people. Now, don't bust my balls for this not being a bread and butter instrument. It features in every single medieval film where some minstrel is serenading the lords and ladies. It's nothing but a twangy wannabe piano, and whenever I hear it, I want to take shit in my own ears. Just awful. The best instrument is the... Guess what he said is the best instrument?
Guitar.
Bass guitar.
Bass guitar. Oh, I nearly went there too.
It provides the bones for the rest of the song to hang off. Chuck on a big muff fuzz pedal and that shit will blow your tits clean off. Also, everybody knows the bass player is the sexiest member of every band, which also adds to the appeal. An honorable mention goes out to the Ocarina. Ocarina of Time, the greatest Nintendo 64 of all time. I actually have an Ocarina. Cheerio, he said. I have an Ocarina. That's that little, it looks like a shell. You play it. It's from Zelda. It sounds really good. Have you heard a harpsichord?
No.
You probably have, but you probably.
No, I probably just didn't know what it is. Yeah.
It is. It's always in this like medieval or like olden days. It sounds like a twangy piano. I agree. It's quite horrible. I'll put some in the background just for you, bitch. But thanks for that. Thanks for writing in. Send us an email, linkingslinkies@gmail.com.
Yeah, like we're getting pretty famous now, so maybe all it takes is an email, and you'll get 30 seconds of fame too.
Yeah.
Thanks, bitch. Always a pleasure.
Give a shout out when we're on Joe Rogan. And I'm going to buy a harpsichord. They're probably like $40,000 to buy one. They're one of those specialty instruments that isn't everywhere. Get one at Gumtree for a couple bucks.
It'd be worth it just to rock up to his house and play it though.
Yeah. Like outside his window all night.
Yeah. Just find out when he's had the worst day.
Yeah.
And then just turn up and play it.
Yeah. Thanks, bitch.
Mate, so today's all about Let the Feathers Fly.
Right.
And that's that's the title. And we come up with that title because we love Little Nicky, and Little Nicky Let the Feathers Fly. So we want to talk about pillow fights.
Okay, pillow fights.
Okay. Thoughts on pillow fights? Just in general. What do you think?
Probably haven't had a pillow fight in 20 years. So I'm a bit rusty on the old pillow fight. Can you explain the rules of a pillow fight? If there are any rules.
Now I know why you're miserable all the fucking time. You haven't had a pillow fight. Look, I think it's a little bit Anchorman is no touching of the hair and or face, but that kind of goes out the window like the first time you get smacked in the face and then it's just on after that. I think pillow fights are really important. And there's something that should be happening daily, if not weekly. Yeah. Like amongst friends, partners, whatever. Family, if you want to, like maybe at work, how Spain has a siesta, like gets too hot, they all go to bed. I think in Australia, like come 11 o'clock where you're just feeling, fuck, it's only 11 o'clock. I've got till 5 o'clock. And you just need something to pick you up. Everyone pulls out like this pillow and just beats the shit out of each other, has some morning tea and then gets back to it. I think that would boost morale.
I used to have this really lumpy pillow and you could jam it down the bottom. So that would be perfect. That would actually legit hurt. Yeah.
So then I started thinking about why isn't pillow fights in the Olympics?
Right.
And I thought, like, because it's anyone's sport. Like, you don't have to be fit. You don't have to be tall. You don't there's going to be advantages and disadvantages depending on your body, but everyone starts off equal if you can swing a pillow, right? So I just thought, what does your kit look like? But like sports people have their own kit. So like, do you just turn up with this suitcase and you just like unzip it and you just pull out this like golden pillow or something? Like how people turn up to 10 pin and they've got the shiniest ball in like this little ball bag and stuff like that. And then I just started thinking about like, what would the pillows look like?
You could put your advertising on it, get some sponsors.
Yeah. Like a little circle that says smack on it, and that's where that's the part that you want to be hitting them with.
But how do you actually win a pillow fight?
When the other person dies.
I did the first pillow fight. I'm sure people have died in the Olympics before, but it's like death in the Olympics. Oh, was it from the downhill ski run? Was it from the boxing? No, it's from the pillow fights, mate.
No, I think pillow fight is when the other person runs out of breath. Like you just have you ever you haven't been in a pillow fight for 20 years, but they're bloody taxing. Like I remember I can't actually remember the last time I've done it too, but but they're just bloody taxing, and like they just take it out of you. So I think when the other person's just like I think you've won.
I'm gonna pillow fight my kids tonight and see and just smash the shit out of them.
I think it's a good idea.
I like it.
Capture it and put it on TikTok to advertise this episode.
I'm going to put some doorknobs in the bottom there, just get them real good. Some couple of bars of soap.
That's the thing. Like, so then how do they cheat in the Olympics? Like, they just start shoving spikes down the bottom of it.
Yeah. Some barbed wire in there.
some barbed wire. Like, do they have to get checked for bricks in it? So just so many questions.
Allowed to use memory foam, mate?
Oh, mate, I think it would have to have some, some approved materials.
I think
you're not allowed to use.
Remembers its last position, right? Or does it not remember? I don't know how memory foam works.
Don't even know why it's called memory foam.
So you haven't been in a pillow fight for a long time. Why were you thinking of pillow fights?
I was just thinking of Little Nicky, and I thought about a pillow fight.
Oh yeah.
And then I thought about Central. Remember our Central Excursion? And I think
yes. So explain our Central Excursion.
So Central Excursion is something that a lot of schools do, but you go from where we are to South Australia, Northern Territory, across to the top of Queensland, and all the way back down, and you see like all the, Broken Hill, Coober Pedy, Uluru, Alice Springs, Townsville, like Gold Coast, all that kind of stuff, like some cool stuff there. And it's like a 2 to 3 week trip or something like that. You camp all the time. You bond really well. Like, I think everyone come back and was just a lot closer. Even like people you weren't really liking much before. Like, you come back and you were just either tolerative of them or you were friends. Yeah.
That was such a good excursion.
Yeah. I remember just sleeping outside one night and just unleashed this pillow fight.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Let the feathers fly.
It's chasing people and smacking them with the pillow. So that was the best. So I was just thinking about that.
So we did that in year 10. So we would have been, 16 years old? 16?
Yeah.
When you're 16 and you get 2-3 weeks away from your family to camp with your friends every single night around Australia, that was amazing. Now that I think
it was incredible.
I wonder if they still do it.
Yeah, I think they still do it. At the time, though, like they said, look, day 3, you're going to struggle. And I remember day 3 was a bit of a struggle just because so much travel, I think.
Yeah.
And you're a bit like over getting up early, pulling tents down, getting there late, putting tents up. Like, there was just, it was just full on. But I think once we started to get to the fun stuff, it was good.
That's such a big excursion to organize. Imagine the teachers organizing all of that. That'd be so hard. I don't know them. But that was so fun. Yeah, I remember sleeping underground in Cooper Pedy. Oh, wasn't it? The only reason I remember Cooper Pedy, I don't know who it was. So we won't say who, but I'm pretty sure some young lady fingered herself right there.
So then she got called Cooper Pedy.
Now I feel bad. I swear I didn't call her that.
No, I don't think I called it that either, but it was like the nickname was funny, but I don't think I ever called it. I felt bad about it.
Honestly, I don't even remember who it was. I just remember hearing a rumor at school that this chick fingered herself at Cooper Pedy.
Yeah. Look, she went underground on herself.
She went.
Good on her though. Yeah, why not?
I don't remember specifically, but I'm sure I jerked off in that 3 weeks when I was 16 years old. There's no way I didn't jerk off. Sorry, Armo, but I'm sure.
I was just about to say, Armo's just holding the sheets next to his head.
Yes. I'm just readjusting my sleeping bag. 10 minutes. But when you're 16, come on, you can't have that many teenagers, 16-year-olds for 3 weeks and not have a few jerk off, right?
A few.
I remember, when I was 16, it was like a daily requirement. Get up.
Yeah, it was just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it was as normal as that. You just had to get it done.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it's been ages since I jerked off. Oh, how long's it been, man? I don't know, maybe 6-8 hours. Non-stop jerking off. To be a kid again. To be 16 again.
Now you gotta grout your tiles. It's just no time.
No time to jerk off.
What did you think of Little Nicky movie though?
Once again, we're just talking about movies up the top there. So I haven't watched it in a long time. And it's another film that I don't want to rewatch because I don't want to ruin it. Because there's so many good lines. Adam Sandler was just killing it back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't want
just
to rewatch
movie after
it.
movie.
I don't want to
Yeah.
rewatch it because I'm
Okay.
just afraid. It lives in my memory as good, a great classic film that we just quoted all the time. Like I remember the whole plot, half the jokes and everything, but I don't know. I didn't feel like rewatching it just to ruin it.
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched it?
Oh, I think I probably watched it probably 12 months ago, maybe less. Yeah.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I still loved it. Yeah.
Held up?
It's held up. Yeah, the movie's fine. I think it's just more that moment where you first hear the jokes.
Yeah, you're right.
And what they mean and that kind of thing.
Yeah, like if someone's never watched Little Nicky, would you recommend it to them?
Yeah, 100%.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think it's like that first time they eat something nice that you haven't had before, and then like the next time you have it, you're like, oh, this is so good, but it's not the first time.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yep. Well, I'm going to rewatch it with the kids. Oh, no, it's not a kid-friendly movie. Yeah.
It's okay, I think. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah,
No,
I thought that was
I just remember there's tits on her head, so yeah, probably not.
Well, they'll be like, well, that's weird. They probably won't even know what it is, right?
Mine aren't there, Dad. Why aren't they there? Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, I'll rewatch it. We need to do an Adam Sandler marathon.
I think so. That's an idea.
Sweet. All right,
I might.
next time we meet up, we'll do a Sandler marathon.
Yeah, I'm gonna come visit. All right. So is that a typo? 0.3.
You did that.
Did I? Oh, nothing. I don't know what that. I think that might be a typo.
It's all right. Move it on, buddy.
Moving on. So the other thing I then started thinking about with pillow fights, like things that are normal, but they're actually weird. Like to smack someone in the face with a pillow. It's like, it's normal, but when you think about it, it's a little weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. But then I'm like, what else is normal? What else seems normal to us, but it's actually weird? So I wrote a couple down, and I'm keen to see what you think.
All right, hit me.
So the first one is zoos.
Zoo, like animal zoos.
The zoo. Yeah, like a zoo. Yeah, like we go to the zoo to see all the animals and stuff. And it's like, oh, the animals and stuff like that. Zoos are actually pretty fucked up when you think about it. Like it's not as if we take our dogs to prison to look at all the humans.
Yeah.
Like there's not dogs lined up outside the prison just paying money, buying their puppies a balloon that looks like a human.
Yeah.
And then taking them through and looking at all the humans in the cages.
There used to be human zoos. Trying to get a bit dark. Don't Google human zoo. It's a sad part in our history. But anyway, that was a human zoo. But zoos are weird. That is weird.
Yeah, when you break it down.
It's like, let's look at this. Whoa, I've never seen one of those. I've been to a zoo probably in Portugal, probably about 5-6 years ago now. So yeah, that is kind of weird.
I love zoos. I think zoos are great. You get to see animals and stuff that you probably never see. But when you take a step back, they're really fucked up.
But it is sort of like, wow, look at that animal. Yeah. Okay. Now what?
Yeah.
I'm glad
I
traveled and paid all that money. As long as they're looking after them. I think there's a couple different types of standard zoos. Like I think the Australia Zoo up here on the Sunshine Coast is like a wildlife sanctuary pretty much, and they take care of the animals and they look after them. But I bet you there's a lot of fucking dodgy zoos out there that have not good. You've seen, what was it? The Tiger King? The Tiger King? Oh,
no, I haven't seen it, but I know.
You haven't seen Tiger King?
No, everyone kept telling me to watch it. I'm just like, it just doesn't look like something I want to watch.
No, watch it. It's good. You'll like it. Legit, you'll like it. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's really good. But they keep tigers in little cages and shit.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucked up. Yeah. It was really good. That is sort of weird though.
Yeah. So the other one was so the other one's plants. So
Plants,
like we just go like you just go collect offcuts of plants or seeds or seeds, right? Yeah. And then we take them home and we put them in a container and let them grow. Like plants are very normal, but it's just a bit weird. Again, if you relate that back to something else, like it's just getting DNA or something from a human and chucking in a container and watering it every day, like it's a bit weird.
It's awesome that people worked out like what you can eat what plants you can eat and what plants you can't eat. What plants you can smoke and what plants will kill you, and what plants you touch will fuck you up. Like, that's awesome.
That's why I'm really glad in the era we're in, like most things that have been invented, and anything that hasn't been invented, they have ways to figure out if it's safe or not.
Yeah,
like,
rather than
back then,
eat that.
Yeah, eat that. Which again, I think we've covered before. But like just plant. Like plants are just growing everywhere naturally already. Someone just went, what if we get a seed and chuck it in a container at home?
What was the first plant, mate?
Yeah, there's a weed.
What came first, the plant or the seed? We'll never know.
We'll never know. The other one I had was the fact that we just accepted that Mary got knocked up without having sex.
Mary? Who's Mary? Oh,
Joseph and Mary. Like the fact that as kids and stuff, they're telling you it's scripture, and you're just like, oh yeah, makes sense.
All right, switch off if you're listening now, Mum. I think any person brought up not in religion, never knew about religion, and then let's say they're 20 years old, they grow up without religion, never really heard about it, they know about it, and then one day they sit down and they go, all right, this happened in the past. This lady got pregnant by a ghost, and now that ghost baby boy is our Lord and Savior. Anyway, coming to church on Sunday, you'd be like, what?
No.
What? Like, come again? Come?
Yeah.
Just how did you get pregnant without cum? What?
Just the once?
Just the one. First time in history ever.
Yeah.
Isn't the basic theory like she just got knocked up by the neighbor or
like
someone? What was the guy's name again? Fire out. It's so bad around.
Joseph.
Joseph, come here, honey. So there's this thing called the Holy Ghost, right? Don't look at our neighbor Daryl, all right?
Yeah.
Don't ask him. He's lying. It was a ghost.
Comes out. God, he looks like Daryl. No, ghost.
Then the guys just like at work the next day, like, guys, guess what? You know how I never fuck the missus? Yeah. She's pregnant. What? And they were like, should we tell him? Should we tell him?
Yeah. Everyone just let it go. Everyone just as far as the story goes, like everyone's just gone, wow, that makes sense.
Don't question that. Anyway,
question that.
He grew up and he wrote this really good book. Anyway, you want to read it? Not really. It's got other stories in there.
Yeah. So if that happened today, like you'd be like, nope. That's the thing. Like if all this stuff was to replay itself, like if right from the start, like how would that person go trying to convince the world to say, hey, this is what's happened? Like, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais has a really good bit. I forget it exactly, but it basically goes like, if all the scientific books, textbooks and stuff were burnt and all the Bibles and stuff were burnt, you can reprove the science stuff next week.
Yeah.
You can rewrite all the science because it's provable, right?
Yeah.
Something along those lines, but otherwise you've got this book full of stories that you're supposed to read. Anyway, I don't know. Religion's weird, man. Like, by all means, if you want to believe in religion, do it and stuff, but it's just, it's got to be dying off soon, right?
Everyone's welcome to believe in what they want. I'm a big fan of that. And as I said, there's a lot of positives to religion, I think. But I just like to pick on that. And it's like the same if you just read the Harry Potter books, all right? And then you just started telling people, there's this bloody bloke in England, right? Parents got killed by a bloody wizard. He turned up, fucked them all up 20 years later. If we had said that, people would be like, yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense, mate. Let's make a religion on that. No. But I think it was obviously just a requirement back in the day to have those rules written on stone. Don't kill your neighbor. Don't fuck around. Don't steal shit. Stop being a dickhead. And now it's like you don't need a book to tell you not to kill your neighbor. But 2,000 years ago, you probably needed a rule set in stone not to kill your neighbor, right?
Yeah, now it's just a sticky note, it's just to remind you to do something, or like putting something on the fridge, need beetroots. Before it was just like, oh, people keep killing each other. What if we make a list
Yeah.
just to remind them?
But the other thing that gets me is people that are really religious, 99% of the time grew up in a religious household, right? Yeah. It's just indoctrinated into you. But you're born in a country that has a certain religion, you grow up with that religion. And all the other religions are wrong, but you're one. Yeah. You're born in the Middle East, you believe in that one. You're born in Asia, you believe in that one. You're born here, you believe that one. I'm right because I was born on this bit of land that told me this thing, so it's right. Yeah. And you're going to hell and you're wrong, but mine's right. That sort of thought is just so ridiculous. I don't know how you can believe in that now.
Like, so much blood spilt over it.
If you want to believe in a God and a higher power, that's one thing. Or you want to believe in an afterlife, that's one thing. But to be like that into a story, a book,
yeah.
Sorry, Mum.
Sorry, Mum. So my three, do you have any? What do you have? What do you think's weird that's actually very normal?
The only one I can think of is like cow's milk, right?
Yeah.
Everyone drinks milk. Well, most people drink milk. Pour it on your cereal. Tastes good. It's great. Came from a fucking animal, man. It's weird. Would you drink liquid from any other animal?
I think that a whole food, like food in general, like eggs. Again, I think we've covered the milk and eggs, but like even meat to a degree. Like I love meat and everything like that, but that whole, this is just a slice out of an animal's ass. Put that on the fire and see what happens. I think there's a lot of stuff that's really normal, but just when you break it down, it's weird.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, what is acceptable. Like what's normal that you wouldn't really think about twice, but then when you really think about it twice, you're like, hold up. Yeah.
Yeah. Saying hello by shaking hands. Why do I need to chuck my flesh against your flesh? Why can't I just say, hey? Like high fives. Why do I need to celebrate by slapping your hand?
That is weird.
Again, normal, but it's just weird.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I like it. Let us know what you think is normal but weird. I like it, mate. I'll think of some more for next week.
Think of some more for next week. Hair. Like hair's weird too. Like it's not on my head, but it's on my face. That's just, it's normal, but it's a bit weird. Like, why isn't it growing there at that length?
Covered in it.
Yeah. Why doesn't it grow at the same rate all over?
Yeah. Yep. I hear you, mate. I hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll come up with some more for next week.
Okay. Just checking. So yeah, write us in. Let us know what you think.
linkingslinkies@gmail.com. That's all I got, mate.
Mate, that's all you got? That's all I've got.
I've got to rush off and get my daughter vaccinated.
Oh, very good. All right. Well, I better let you get to it then.
That'll be fun. It's always fun to jam a needle into your kid.
They don't cry.
No, they don't.
At all. Again, that's probably something else that's weird as well.
Yeah. All right. And as always,
don't forget to fix your... No, don't forget to... No,
you
never forget.
have one line.
Never forget to fix your... No. Never try to fix your mate, Slinky.